And hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here. And quickly before I begin this video for you, I just want to remind you guys that the comic book lottery is still going on. Got approximately just under a month left. We have up to $65 in the pot, so please go to my channel, see the video that is featured. That'll give you all the details on the comic book lottery. Enter as many times as you want. Let's build up some more money, get somebody a really awesome comic book. So if you've already entered, thank you very much, and hopefully I get a bunch more entries. I'm looking forward to going shopping with somebody and getting them an awesome mini little holy grail for them. Alright, let's continue the video. Thanks. Okay, hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here, and of course got a video about comic books. I got a package in the mail recently, a auction I won from mycomicshop.com. One of the things that was really cool about this auction was that it was all paid for by my pop can collection, or my pop can money. So what I got here will be added to my my pop can collection. I was really happy on the price that I was able to get it for, and it's really great that it was paid for by pop cans. And nothing really came out of my wallet, so I'm really happy to have it. So it came in a huge box. But really awesome. I'm really excited for it. So let's just get to it and show you. But if you're looking in the background, you might know what it is about. Okay, so let's just get to it. Okay. Here's the first one. Some more original artwork, and not only one page, but 2 pages of original artwork. So let's start first with, these are huge pages, this one. Okay, page 2 of Judo Master, number, let's see here, so this one right here, Judo Master 97. The numbering just took over from an old Charlton book that was, I think it was called Gun Master, and it was something else before then. There's only about 10 Judo Master comic books. But number 97, so there's the cover. And this was printed in 1967, so the original artwork is from the same time, and the story of the book is called This One's for Pop. So I'll show you guys the pages of comparisons maybe at the end of the video between the printed book and the original artwork. I'll just talk about a few things about the artwork first. Okay, so first, I don't know if you guys noticed, these things are huge. The total page is about 14 inches across by 22 inches tall, so this artwork is huge. Again, it's from the 60s, late 60s, 67, and I just love it. Frank Laughlin, again, I still don't know exactly how to say his name, but his inking is superb. I love seeing some of the pencils underneath. They're very light, but his inking is amazing, and in the printing process, it's, I don't know, makes it a little duller or something like that, but seeing the originals, his inks are just superb. The printing press doesn't do it as much justice, but it's awesome, I think. So we have page 2, and from these sheets, what I would suspect, this is from Charlton Comics, is that the circle here would indicate the logo for the Charlton Comics, or the Charlton Bullseye. On on this one, of course, they have the big C on this one, but in later books they did have the Charlton Bullseye, the logo that looked like this, and it said Charlton Comics Group in it. They even had comics magazines that were called Charlton Bullseye, so basically I think this is supposed to be their symbol. Yeah, and then on the back, I like seeing all this original stuff. That here's some marks where he tested his, his ink pen, just to get it going. And then also down here you have the Comics Magazine Code Authority approved, June 7th, 1967, approved, and then you have a signature by whoever approved it. Single squiggle. So I think that's really cool, just stamped and then signed. And then the same thing basically with this one. You got the approved stamp on the back, June 7th, 1967, approved by the same person. And this is supposed to be page 11. And then up in the corner here, here's where he marked or tested his ink pen again. Got some numbers down there. So I really love it. You know, you kind of see a little bit of a, yellowing dirtiness to it around the back. You can see how kind of dirty it is. A little bit of rip at the top. Same as the other one's got a bit of a rip on it, just on the bristle board right there. But that all adds to it. I love seeing the original artwork where, all the whiteout mistakes, or whiting out some of the edges of the border, things like that. It's just awesome to see the original works. And the difference between this one from McLaughlin's work from '67 to the unpublished artwork from '84 from DC, so you can see the difference first in the size, how huge DC's bristle boards were from '84 to the difference what they were using at Charlton in the '60s. It's just massive artwork. So that makes it even better. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the letters on the letters are all done by hand. You can even see his little speed lines there. Pencil marks, to get all the spacing of the letters right on all the panels. So that's kind of cool. So it's all done in ink there. But in '84 they have these pieces that were, the letters that were made or printed and then they were waxed on. So that was the difference. So that's pretty cool. So really neat stuff to it. I like how he's broken the panel here a little bit, and you can see, you probably can't see there, but I can see where the figure continues past the border of the panel, which is always a good idea whenever you're making a panel. Just always extend that figure past, any lines. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about these pages, what they're for, and the comic book from 1967. The comic book, what is it about, is Judo Master, Rip Jaeger, and his sidekick, Tiger. They get a week of leave, so they end up going and visiting one of Rip's old schools and the boxing club that is across the way from it as well, which was connected to the school, sort of. Anyway, so in this one, he's showing Tiger, here's my school, and hey, let's go visit the boxing gym that I used to, do boxing at, and let's go visit the trainer, Pop, who's named Pop. So you get to see him down here, and Pop's yelling at him, and there's a close-up of Pop. So this one gives you, the setting of where they are and what's happening. And again, McLaughlin's figures are just awesome. His inks are great too. And then this one, page 10, is later on when they figure out that something is wrong with Pop because one of his boxers, judo master, figures is taking a dive in a fight, and they figure Pop's not like that. Why would he want one of his fighters to take a dive in a fight? So they end up getting Tiger to follow him. He figures it out, meets with this, you know, shadowy figure here, and Tiger figures out, yes, there is something wrong, and it's all a big setup. So then Judo Master, they confront Pop, figure it out, and figure that he's being blackmailed, and his daughter's being threatened, because these, what you figure is mob guys, have a lot of money on the other school that is to be fighting Pop's fighter. And then you figure out the one that wants him to take the dive, or who is part of it, was a old fighter from Pop's gym who now fights pro, but you know, he's got himself into some bad guys, and is helping threaten Pop and his daughter, so they can take a dive so they can make a lot of money. So then down at the last panel here, basically, okay, they've got it all figured out, and then, hey, see, he says here in his thought bubbles, this is a job for Judo Master and Tiger. So then there ends up being a boxing match and some other action with the baddies. But I really like it. Not very, you know, doesn't have a Judo Master in it, or very, you know, action orientated. Said the boxing panel in that one. But it's great plot development, you know, pages here. Really love the artwork. It's great to have some Frank McLaughlin's original artwork that was in a comic book, you know, published from the 60s. I'm just really happy about it, and I got it for cheap. Both these pages actually cost me $46, and again, it was all paid for by Pop Cans. So that's really cool. Alright, so that's my my awesome little pickup to show you guys. So leave your comments, questions below, and I'll leave you off with a closer look up from the panels from the comic book, and then a little closer look up from these. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.